I wanna linger a little longer, a little longer here with you. It's such a perfect night, it doesn't seem so right that it should be my last with you. Come September, I will remember the happy days I spent with you. And as the years go by, I'll think of you and sigh that it's so long and not goodbye.
After watching Marcel, you get the sense or the feeling that space and time is expanding. Throughout his journey, we have seen Marcel enjoying everyday interactions and household activities with his grandma, Nana Connie. At first, we don't know why Marcel lives only with his grandma, but we never feel the emptiness of his interactions with the world, as he himself is a source of joy and sunlight. He's one of the most ideal representations of our inner child materializing in front of us on film. We see him inventing all the cool contraptions, gizmos, DIY projects that can be any dream project of any struggling young, middle, and late adult. And most of all, his innovations don't really work great at the start, but in the end, he managed to recalibrate them to better help himself, especially his Nana Connie, navigate the shared space that they live in. At first, their environment is capacious and mostly empty. You'd wonder how they mapped and explored all of them. For humans, it may have been an average-sized home, but to them, it's a world that protects them, shelters them, and gives them life. Their garden, with all of its nourishing insects and plants, the house, and together with Dean, we explored the quirks and many new ways on how to see ordinary things in different lights and different perspectives throughout the ideas and actions of Marcel. Throughout the film, we see their shared space become more intimate. We see the minutiae, the details of everyday, boring household items turn into accessories and vessels of shared experiences and memories. I am reminded of Hayao Miyazaki's Arrietty in this light, and we see space expand once again when Marcel sets on a quest, motivated by his Nana, despite his hesitations, to find the family he has lost and of his uncertain future. After his interview with Leslie Stahl, we know what will happen to Nana Connie by the end of the interview. It has been hinted to us, little by little, the way she throws out her food and many more instances of her debilitating state, that she would have to say goodbye. She heralds the quote from one of her favorite poems, The Trees by Philip Larkin. The trees are coming into leaf, like something almost being said. The recent buds relax and spread. Their greenness is kind of a grief. Is it that they are born again and we grow old? No, they die too. Their yearly trick of looking new is written down in rings of grain. Yet, still the unresting castles fresh, in full-grown thickness every May. Last year is dead, they seem to say, begin afresh, afresh, afresh. Both films, Arrietty and Marcel, with their miniaturized worlds and environments, shows us the characters that choose to focus on the minutiae and beauty of the everyday world, and the seen and unseen beauty of everyday objects, the greenness of the leaves, the beauty of saying hi to insects and every bug that you see, and the liberty of doing so, deprived to most of us in adulthood, is, at its core, the inner child we long to regain, the inner passions that we may have lost throughout our journey into adult life, and we are slowly regaining as we grow older, grow wiser, and more sure of our inevitability to greet the darkness with a smile. By the end of the film, we see space once again expand, but this time there is no emptiness, that life comes into a full circle. There is a community. Marcel's heart is filled with the love and joy that his Nana Connie dreamed of him having. Love, longing, and life unimagined, uncertain, but in many ways happy and worth living.
I would stand there and sometimes I would tell her things, ask for advice, or just let sounds come out of my mouth. And one day I was just sitting, and the wind blew in, and it blew just over the top of my head in such a way. And the wind blew over and it made a beautiful whistling sound.